Yes, it is a very unfortunate incident for uh, former Governor Uzor Kalu, as the president, the Muhammad Buhari's administration, and the federal government have also made him to, face another serious case. Yes, because right now he is in a fresh trouble. Remember, he has been battling some cases of fraud, about a 7.1 billion naira fraud. That alone is enough to really crumble one. But of course, now that the federal government and Buhari has put their foot on ground to ensure that, Uzo Kalu is prosecuted, well, I don't know, because this is something that is very, very serious right now. But my challenge with this administration is they have selected people that they, go after. That is my point. They have certain people. Now, a lot of people are saying that if you want your sins to be forgiven, that you just have to join the All Progressive Congress. And I believe that is why some of the South governors and Southeast governors are joining the All Progressive Congress, because everyone is so afraid. Remember how much fraud they have committed even while in government as governors or as senators or as anything. And they believe the best thing they could do is to join the All Progressive Congress. And they have smelled the rats. They could understand, especially now that the North is saying that presidency must come back to them, irrespective of whether it has been with them for the past 8 years, that it is not in the Constitution for, any form of sharing of the position of presidency to any zone. That is nothing like zoning. So definitely they don't care if the presidency has been with the North, that they still want it to stay with them. And the APC are very much at large, and they know that if it comes back to the North, that they are definitely going to win that election. So definitely, I guess that is why some of these governors are still running after, that very party to, hide, so that their saints will be washed, or their saints will be swept under the carpet. But anyway, we're here for Uzo Kalu and what Buhari government is doing to ensure that he is really persecuted. Well, I'll bring you more details, but please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you can get updated anytime we drop a new video. All right, dear friends, without further ado, let us get right into the details of this report. Yes, fresh trouble for Orji Kalu as Buhari's government asked appeal court to order retrial in alleged 7.1 billion naira fraud. There appears to be no respite yet for former Abia State Governor Orji Uzokalu, as the federal government yesterday asked the Court of Appeal in Abuja to order his fresh trial in an alleged 7.1 billion money laundering case. The federal government is pleading with the appellate court to void and set aside the September 29, 2021 judgment of the Federal High Court, which prohibited it from retrying the former governor and his firm, Slok Nigeria Limited, over an alleged 7.1 billion naira fraud. It also wants the appellate court to order Kalu and Slok to submit a retrial in line with the order of the Supreme Court in a May 8, 2020 judgment, avoiding the earlier trial and conviction of Kalu and two others and ordering a retrial. The requests were contained in two notices of appeal filed by the lawyer to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Mr. Rotimi Jacobs San, against the two judgments delivered by Justice Inyang Ekwo of the Federal High Court, Abuja, on September 29. Ekwo heard in the judgments on applications for judicial review filed by Kalu and Slok upheld, among others, their argument that a retrial would subject them to double jeopardy, having earlier been tried, convicted, and sentenced on the same case. Kalu was charged and tried alongside Slok and Mr. Jones Udeogu for their alleged complicity in diverting 7.1 billion naira from Abia State's coffers. They were convicted while Kalu and Udeogu were imprisoned for 12 and 10 years. Slok was wound up. But upon an appeal by Udeogu, the Supreme Court set aside their trial and conviction in a judgment on May 8, 2020, on the grounds that the trial judge, having been elevated, ought not to have continued to hear their case. This is really interesting. I don't know why the federal government have to press some issues on some people, and yet some who are really, really doing a lot of fraudulent stuffs are being left to walk away. Now, remember the case of the NDDC, remember the case of the former EFCC chairman, and a whole lot of them. How the president swept all of those cases under the carpet. Remember the last time that the House of Rep and the Senate was talking about the case, and they said, the president said that the case should not be continued until he gives an order for the case to be resumed. So you can imagine how all of this is really playing out in the country. Some people are, free citizens, others are bound citizens. So if you are not careful, that is why I said, if you must eat with the devil, you must use a long spoon. So definitely in an administration like this, don't just put all your head all out and say, yes, I'm ready to, do this with my full chest. I'm ready to cause a commotion. You just have to be careful, because at the end of the day, you're just going to lose your life, because they are ready, they are bloodsuckers. So if you are not wise, you will lose a whole lot. So with people like this, you just have to be smart, and you just have to be really very, very careful, because they are ready to bring anyone down who is ready to expose them and all of their woes. So definitely, Uzor Kalu is just one person out of many that should be probed. Yes, if with all things being equal, if we had a good system, there are a whole lot of these guys that should be on the list of those who should be tried. And a lot of those monies with these guys can pay the salaries of Nigerian civil servants for 5 years. Yes, that is how terrible these guys have stolen and looted the treasury of this country. But because we have a bad system, what do you expect? So things are just going on and on like this, and nothing can be corrected, because everyone is dirty. So who is going to make the other clean? That is just the challenge of what Nigerians are facing today. Well, my dear people, you've seen it all. Well, I hope Uzor Kalu, somehow, if he's able to fight his course, well, all good for him. And also the presidency and the federal government, I hope they do their work well. So guys, that is it. Drop a comment. Let's hear from you, and also give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.